I didn't think that they would flip on him like that. And it's crazy.
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
All right, we got Damon Dash finally reacting to the Jay-Z lawsuit allegations. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. Let's check this out.
I was definitely surprised at the long statement because, you know, I've been to court with homeboy and he doesn't say anything. He never responds. He has his lawyer speak. So I know that it must bother him because he actually said something in the length of the statement, you know. And it was funny because Honor Up just came out the night before and I'm hearing words like honor in the statement. But again, you know, for me, I have nothing to do with it, and I'm trying to like look at it objectively like everyone else is. The same thing that happened with Puff as far as the way the algorithm is to me, is worse. And they're scrutinizing every single thing from the last 20, 30 years. Every lyric, I've been sensed up. They take the statement and put it in AI. I'm seeing Forbes flip. It's like, it's just, people could love you one day, but they just love to really hate you so much more. And that was a person that I was like, he can't do no wrong. I know, because, you know, for some reason, every single thing I say is considered smart except when it comes to him. I'm smart about everything but that. So I'm like, I mean, all right. And I'm not saying, because again, I have no idea what happened there. And I'm hoping everything is where I would prefer that no one got hurt, to be honest. But I didn't think that they would flip on him like that. And it's crazy. And then I'm like, yo, how does TikTok and all these people that, like they say, sound crazy, like Cat Williams is looking like, because not to say things are true, but he said things would be exposed. So he's really looking like a fortune teller. And you know, like Jaguar and all that, like, regardless, it's like, why are the people that are looked at to be imbalanced saying these things and then they're actually happening? Are they really like prophets? And when I say prophet, because again, I can't know that what they're saying is true, but what they said was going to happen as far as exposure and people being accused of allegations, it's all been 100. They always said homeboy was next. A week ago, I did an interview and, you know, and they asked me about, like, what do you think about them saying Jay's next? And I'm like, I don't really care. You know, but of course, as a human being, I'm like, damn, I wonder what's gonna happen. Then I was like looking again, when I saw the initial extortion case, what was said was that multiple lawsuits were threatened. And it included men and kids and all type of shit. So I'm like, damn. You know, for me, just based on what I'm seeing, it must mean, you know, they lining them up for more lawsuits. At least this is what it looks like based on that paperwork. And I'm like, I really didn't think. It's just crazy how one day everything, it's like, this is like the epitome, it was all good just a week ago. And, you know, I just never seen homeboy explain himself, ever. So that was different for me. I'm looking now on a business level, I'm like, now, if this isn't true, it should be easy to beat. But until it's beat, pause, I don't see how corporate could support. Or what can he do? And I'm watching, I'm like, now, if, you know, because the difference between him and me, or let's say even him and Kanye, is that he's really tied into corporate. So if corporate shuts his life, like, he really has the ability to be canceled. I don't think it would be as easy for him to go independent and sell product on his own, like Kanye's had to go do. His stuff has always been corporately funded, and those are the people that put him on a pedestal. So I was like, now I'm gonna see how much they really support him. And if they're gonna treat him like they treat every other person when they, you know, have to wear something like that on them, pause. So, I'm like, I'm wondering what's the NFL going to do now. If they don't do nothing, then I'm like, yo, he with them. He got people with him. But I would think that the reason why he has to now speak is because all that corporate shit must be in jeopardy. It just has to be based on the algorithm, And then I wonder how objective certain platforms are going to be, the ones that have been holding him down every single second for the last 30 years, what their perspective is on it. Will they be objective? Because I know how I was treated. But what I can say is this. When I went through it, the scrutiny was nothing like this. The way they're breaking it down on TikTok and on social media and how they're talking about it in pop culture, I've never had to sustain that. My kids have never had to go through that. So whether it's true or not, again, in this moment, I'd rather be me. And, staying out the way of everyone that may be considered a gray area. I remember when I was selling Reasonable Doubt, the state were the ones that brought up something looks funky over here. And they went to the judge, and the judge said, this is going to auction. Let the person that buys this deal with that. And then the state bought it. And I've never seen anything like that. They did it with credits. No, they didn't get no money for it. They took the L to get that, so that I think maybe, and I'm just a thinking man, so now they have the right to go into all the books. I'm just looking at the timing of it all. I'm just curious, because if y'all look at my other interviews, I was like, yo, I don't understand it. I never seen nothing like this. I don't even know why it went to auction. The person that put it to auction didn't get paid. Why would the state want to buy it? They could have left it alone and just let the money go to them. But they wanted to own that, so they have the rights to go and investigate those books. I think. Maybe. It's just the timing of everything. And I hope everything works out for everybody. I hope nobody got hurt. And I hope, because again, I always feel sorry for the kids. Like when I saw the screening, I felt sorry for that little girl, I did. She's too young to have to deal with that. And it's a lot to be famous, and that's all you know. And to have to to have such an aggressive letter, and then to go out and have to pretend that you're that you're unbothered. That unbothered thing, because like when it first happened to Puff, I remember the next day he was out acting unbothered. And look what happened. So for me, like unbothered to me means worried. Because I know if I was wearing that and I had to go through all of this, I would be outside like, yo, bro, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know I wouldn't even go out. But I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna go out and act like nothing's happening because everyone knows something is. So it was amazing to me that Puff, to the day he went to jail, was in the park acting unbothered. And there's no way that you're not bothered in that scenario, knowing this might be your last day ever in the park. How do you practice this unbothered when your world is crumbling? Because that's something I've never been able to do. When I'm bothered, people know. If I'm outside while something is an issue, I'm gonna speak on. I'm not gonna ever act like nothing's happening. So I guess my point is, I think the most transparent thing to do, if I'm objective, is I think people want to hear what Homeboy got to say direct, And at this point, if they put him in a deposition, he's gonna have to speak to people he don't want to talk to. But I wish everybody the best of luck. And again, this becomes a blow for hip hop once again. It's like bang, bang, bang. It's so much I told you so, stay out of hip hop. It's so much, yo, y'all looked up to him, but look now. And that's where it's problematic, is, culturally, because of the consistency of what has been portrayed in popular press, hip hop's not looking like a great place to have your children.
All right. Wise words from Dame Dash. Hit on a lot of points. I thought it was very interesting when he pointed out that the government bought his share of reasonable doubt, and he feels that they purchased that because now they can look into all of the books to see what was really going on back in the day with Rockefeller. And I asked myself, well, would they try to pull Dame into some shit? But Dame doesn't seem like he's concerned, because I think he's thinking, I didn't do anything, so they can't be coming after me. But also, Dame is not a big fish. Diddy was a big fish. Jay-Z is a big fish. It's a headline when you say you taking down Jay, you taking down Diddy. As Dame talked about, he went through it, right? Everything about his situation and the child support and owing all of that money. It didn't make the same type of headlines that this is making today with Jay-Z and Diddy. But also when he brought up the fact that when Diddy was going through that, he was looking unbothered. And I see a lot of people feeling like it's a script to when the public starts to say, oh, that guy's guilty. A lot of people felt like when Jay-Z put out that statement, that was a part of the I'm guilty script. And we saw some similar things with Diddy, right? He came out, oh, this is lies. Then the Cassie video dropped. Then the lawsuits came. But one thing I'll say, when Dame was talking about, I wonder how media and corporate are going to treat Jay. Well, the NFL has decided to stand by him. And everybody in media is supporting him. Everybody in media is supporting Jay. Everybody. To the point, you got women saying, damn, are y'all going to give any credibility to the victim? And I'm not mad at anybody making that point. But usually with Diddy, everybody said, look, we got to let this situation play out. We need more information. We not just going to say Diddy isn't guilty. And really that was because for years we all heard these weird stories about Diddy. And I think that's kind of why the public seemed to turn on Diddy real fast. But with Jay, all of these media outlets, they sticking by him. And it's very interesting to see. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about Dame's words. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.